Well, the Saskatchewan election is coming up, and in Lloydminster, we actually need some people to help out at the polls. So joining me now is Tim Kidd, a spokesperson for Election Saskatchewan. Tim, thank you for joining me today.
Well, thanks very much. These are exciting times for us here. It's been a busy summer and a busy month, and we're less than a week away from voting in person.
And so, what are you currently needing as far as staffing goes for the polls in the Lloydminster area?
Well, we're not doing too bad in the Lloydminster constituency for election workers, but we do have a few shortages, in particular on that final day of voting, which is October 28th. And we're looking for election workers to work as information officers, poll clerks, deputy returning officers, basically to help man that voting location throughout voting week, which is October 22nd to the 26th, and then the last day to vote on October 28th. It's a very simple online application process. There's no need to send us a resume and a cover letter. You simply come to our website, elections.sk.ca, and you'll see where we're under workers, where we're hiring workers. You simply click the constituency that you're in, which would be Lloydminster, and it's a very quick online application process.
Now, you did mention that you don't have to send resumes or anything like that. Are there any basic qualifications that are necessary?
No, a lot of it is simply we look for people who definitely have good customer service experience or are good with people, because really you're the face of Election Saskatchewan here, and you're serving. There are over 800,000 eligible voters in the province. It is the biggest event in Saskatchewan when it's held, and so people will be coming to the voting location. The information officer will be there to greet the person, make sure they're at the right voting location. If they received a voter information card in the mail, which hopefully they have by now because those were mailed out last week, it tells you your options to vote during the early part of voting week, and as well as the one option on the last day of voting. So that information officer, it's actually one of the positions here that you only need to be 16 years of age, so you don't need to be an eligible voter. So in the past, we've had high school students, we've had new Canadians who maybe aren't eligible to vote yet with citizenship, but can work in that role. And then the deputy returning officer and poll clerk, those you need to be an eligible voter, which means 18 and a Canadian citizen. But yeah, we have opportunities in Lloydminster, as far up as Pierceland, as far south in Paradise Hill, Frenchman Butte in the middle. We have opportunities in the voting locations, especially that last day of voting, Stacey.
Okay, and this is a paid position too. This is not a volunteer thing, correct?
Every job is a paid job. The pay ranges, I believe some is from, I think, $16 to $23 an hour. Other jobs pay more depending on training and travel and what have you. But no, they are all paid positions, and it's certainly we tell people working an election is a great day to reconnect with your neighbors who you haven't seen for a while, make some new connections. For young people, it looks great on a resume. And it's paid work, so it's an opportunity to earn money in a very short period of time.
And we were chatting a little bit about how this week there's an actual week to vote. So that you have a chance starting the 22nd. The election itself is the 28th, but you don't have to vote on that day. I just wanted to remind people there's
We
plenty of time.
There is plenty of time. We have 56 hours of voting this election. That's the most ever. So the voting locations will be open from the 22nd to the 28th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's an extra hour a day than it's been in the past for the early voting. And then on the last day of voting, October 28th, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., the doors close. Anyone in line at 8 p.m. Will certainly be able to vote, but the doors do close then. And then, we'll certainly, we're expecting to see, we get generally some early day rushes to the locations. So we just ask people to really plan it out with your day, spread it out over the day. There are certainly some better times to come, if your schedule allows you to.
All right, Tim. Well, thank you so much for getting this information out. And once again, if anybody wants to sign up for any of those positions or to, work the day of the election or the day prior, as you said, where can they go to put their name in to, and as you said, get paid to work for one of those positions?
Yeah, a couple of options at this stage. Go to our elections.sk.ca website. to fill out your online application. But because we're also getting so close to the voting days now, if they just call their local Lloydminster returning office, they'll certainly be able to get the wheels in motion.
All right, Tim. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and let's get everybody out and vote.